This cool movie is originally from a video game. To guns are fixed in the hands forever. Don't want to kill but can't stop. This man named is Miles, is a programmer for a game company. Sounds cool, but he usually develops games for young children. He is a loser in real world, always bullied by his boss, and dare not speak up. But in cyber world, he is a warrior.
In real life, I couldn't hurt a fly, but behind the keys, I was the fucking Terminator.
But this time, Miles provokes the wrong guy. Immediately the IP address is given by the opponent. He is so scared, and quickly turns off the computer. Middle of the night, some killers come to the house. Miles cries for mercy, but they just feel more excited. After a shot of anesthesia, Miles is dragged to the operating table. Forced body modification. Wakes up in the morning to loaded pistols have been firmly bolted onto his hands. 50 rounds ammunition in each hand. Besides shooting, can't do anything. From this moment on, he is forced to participate in a 1v1 hunting game. Those killers come from a cyber gang called Skizm. They specifically pick lunatics and criminals to kill each other in real life, till death, and use the drone to broadcast the whole process. It's bloody, and it is the hottest live broadcast program on the internet today. Now Miles only has 24 hours left, win or die, and his opponent code Nix.
The fuck is Nick?
As the #1 player on the live broadcast platform, Nix is never defeated. Just now, she wipes out a drug factory alone. A total of 26 people are killed. The traffic of the live broadcast room breaks new record again. Obviously, it's a showdown of overmatch. It's even hard for Miles to pull up his pants, worry about misfiring the guns when go to bathroom. Just when Miles gets ready to go out, Nix arrives. Then she picks up the machine gun and fires wildly. Miles tries his best to dodge before he finds a chance to escape through the window. A pair of big feet slid directly down the stairs, all the way to the downtown area disheveled. Finally sees the police. He quickly raises his hands for help, but when police see his hands, draw guns right away, treat him as a dangerous person and prepare to shoot. Miles could only turn around and run away. On the other side, Nix follows GPS, chases all the way to the park. This is where Miles meets his ex-girlfriend today. At the last moment of being killed, he gets into his ex-girlfriend's car, avoiding the bombing of the rocket launcher. But Miles' appearance is really not easy to explain. As soon as he takes out his hands, she is shocked, directly sprays pepper spray to him. After getting out of the car, he falls into the trash can, make a fool of himself in front of a live camera. But the weird thing is, the number of people in the live broadcast room does not drop. Heat is getting higher and higher. It's about to break the record. But now Miles just wants to shoot himself, to end this nightmare. Fortunately, a tramp on the side persuades him to come down. It also arouses his will to survive the Jedi. Now he can only use guns to pick up a hot dog in the trash. Resist the stench and swallow. Miles knows that a virus has been implanted in his phone. That's why they know where exactly he is. So he sneaks into the company, finds his good friend, asks him to help to turn off GPS, but at this time, the boss who used to bully Miles suddenly appears behind him. Miles is about to be fired on the spot, and scolded harder and harder. Miles, who has always been tolerant, suffers a series of misfortunes that breaks his nerves. He can't help but explode.
Every time I come in that door, you docked my pay for attending my mother's funeral, and you hit on my girlfriend in front of me. I am so sick of you and all—
The whole office is instantly quiet. Now Miles calms down and regrets it immediately. Just wants to apologize to the boss. He is shot in the head suddenly. Miles didn't shoot. It turns out that Nix chases after. The company office instantly becomes a live CS shooting range. Miles dares to shoot back for the first time, but as a novice, he mainly runs away, robs a car in parking lot, enduring the pain to star it. Both sides start chasing on the road, but unexpectedly, Nix rides her motorcycle directly onto the roof. But the two don't stop there. With limping feet, Miles hides in an abandoned building. The two continue to engage in a shootout inside, but due to poor shooting skill, Miles hardly shoots on target, and he accidentally explodes a bunch of fuel bottles, and Nix seems to be severely traumatized by the bombing. Now it's the best change to kill her, but he suddenly relents, and chooses to escape first. At night, he makes a video call to his ex-girlfriend, explains his current situation, but suddenly, the ex-girlfriend is caught by the bandits from the cyber gang. They threaten him by taking the hostage. Miles has only 5 hours to end this duel, otherwise, they will kill her. Miles can only choose to continue to fight. At this time he has a plan. First reactivate the tracker, then call the police, going to ask the police to catch Nix. But now, he finds himself in a gang's trading scene by mistake. He is also forced to kneel on the ground and begs for mercy. He is about to be shot. At this moment, Nix shows up on time.
No one is killing fuckboy here.
Yay!
Except me, of course.
Oh,
Nix holds Gatling and starts the extreme shoot, almost wipes out the whole gang. Miles accidentally shoots and kills the gang boss. Finally, the police arrive and arrest him on the spot. Although the plan fails, Miles manages to escape. He thought the cops are going to send him to the hospital first for surgery, but the sheriff says he would continue to use him as bait to elicit Nix. It turns out Nix is the sheriff's daughter for hunting down the boss of the cyber gang. The sheriff's family was retaliated against, wife and son were killed. The surviving daughter also changes her temperament drastically, go astray. The sheriff is taking this opportunity to get his daughter back on track, but as soon as he finishes speaking, it turns out that the policeman next to him is one of the cyber gangs. Now Miles has just 30 minutes left to save his ex-girlfriend. He plans to take the initiative to find Nix to discuss cooperation, join together to destroy the cyber gang.
Well, no.
With Miles down on the spot, the live broadcast goes to the climax. The game is officially over. Big Boss sends someone to take the body back to the headquarters, so Miles doesn't die. He shoots Tamine using his guns. It is just Nix who drives here. Actually, Miles told Nix the truth about the sheriff's death. The two successfully reached a cooperation, put on the bulletproof vest and give a big show. Now their common goal is to infiltrate the cyber gang by feigning death. Kill here. The two break into the headquarters of the cyber gang. The boss immediately gives the order to kill them, but most of the people here are just superficial. They're to go straight to the computer room. A masked employee is urgently destroying data. He is directly shot to dead before he finishes his KFC on the table. Only then do they realize that the live broadcast is still going on. Miles faces the camera and accuses the ruthlessness audience is the reason for such an organization to exist. But the audiences in other side are not guilty at all. Then, Boss sends the strongest killers in the organization to hunt them down. Miles is quickly trampled underfoot, but luckily his guns won't be stepped on. He pulls out his right hand and shoots the man in the head, but Nix here is worse. Her two fingers are directly cut off by the man's throwing knife. With serious injury, a bag of pills suddenly appear. She immediately eats them all. Instant adrenaline rush. Take the small hammer in her hand and directly smash the man. The strong man whose body is major destroyed does not sit still. He knocks on the gas tank to die together, but embarrassingly, the lighter fails. Nix is about to breathe a sigh of relief, but now Miles comes to give him a hand. The two are almost killed by explosion. Nix retrieves her middle finger just to express her mood with a gesture. At this time, the boss gathers all his men, prepares for the final defense, but he himself takes the hostage and escapes. In the face of ferocious fire, the two couldn't break through at all. They are about to run out of ammunition. Nix decides to sacrifice herself to revenge for her family. She goes out with two submachine guns. Even though shot several times, she doesn't stop and tie the windbreaker at last. A row of dynamite strapped to her waist. Nix's sacrifice spares some time for Miles. He finally manages to catch up with the helicopter before it takes off, but his ex-girlfriend is still controlled by the boss. He doesn't dare to act rashly. The number of viewers of the live show breaks the record again, under the provocation of the boss. Miles shoots his last bullet, unfortunately misses it. The big boss draws his gun and shoots Miles in the shoulder, but Miles quickly stands up by perseverance. To the cheers of the audience, he is shot 3 times without falling. Take the opportunity. Ex-girlfriend suddenly throws a fit, after breaks the tie, and Miles finally gets up again, hit the boss hardly on the ground, seize the opportunity and push him straight off the roof. He stuffs Nix's severed finger into the boss' mouth, hit him twice on the back. The big boss finally falls down. This desperate live broadcast finally comes to an end. Since then, Miles has been reborn. Find a new life mission. Because similar live broadcasts have spread all over the world, all Miles has to do is go on the journey to destroy them one by one with his double guns in the hands.